What's up, music fam? I gotta be honest with you. Just making beats is no longer enough for me. I need more. Yeah, I love it, and yeah, I get paid to do it. But I just needed more, and I finally found it. And I want to help you do the same, because even though making beats might be enough for you now, it might not always be. So I'm back, making 2 R&B beats, as I tell you why just making beats is no longer enough for me, and what I chose to do about it. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to like and subscribe. As you might already know, I started producing and making beats at the end of 2002, which probably seems like an eternity to some of you. Well, throughout that time, I've seen a lot of things change in the way music is created, the way we handle business, and maybe most importantly for me, the way the music around me makes me feel. And to be honest, I'm not okay with just making beats anymore. I can't just put beats in my beat store and sell them, not knowing what kind of negative effects the lyrics might have on the world. I need for my music to have some sort of meaningful impact in this world, because the world definitely needs it. Without realizing it, I began to search, and I've been searching for a while now. I didn't know what I was searching for, but I just felt the need for my music to connect with people. So before I talked myself out of it, I decided to make some music, package it up, and hit the road. So I'm officially on the road, headed out here to do something that's a little bit different for me, a little bit out of my comfort zone. But if I call myself the head of a record label, then I say our purpose is to spread love through music. How can I do that without human interaction? I mean, the internet is cool and all, but sometimes people just need a handshake. Sometimes people need a hug. So I'm headed out here to spread some love through music. That's something I want Gold Street Records to be built on, and I want it to stand on that forever. I don't care how much technology advances, I want Gold Street Records to always have real interaction with real humans. So I'm gonna go out here, shake some hands, give some hugs out, and I'll let you know how it goes. You know what, maybe I observe too much. Maybe I think too much. And I almost certainly feel more than the average person. But if you're watching this video, maybe you do too. And so maybe we're here to make up for all those who ignore those who need help. Let me explain. While I thought I was out simply interacting with people and promoting my music, I met so many kind-hearted people. People from all walks of life. I met a lot of people who were up, but I probably met even more who were down. I wish I could tell you I was able to save the whole world and give everyone a solution to all their problems. But what I was able to do was put a smile on some faces. And believe it or not, just for a little while in those moments, I really think I was able to give them some hope. Hope that things could get better, by simply letting some light shine in the midst of the darkness that was surrounding them. And I know this because not only did I encourage them, but they encouraged me as well. What's up, music fam? I'm working my way back home now. But man, I met so many nice people out here. I met one guy who prayed with me. Just took about 10, 15 minutes and just prayed with me, talked to me, and prayed for safe travels, prayed for the blessings for my wife and my endeavors, prayed for my family, and just really nice guy, genuine guy. Gave me a financial, a donation towards my label and everything. So, that meant a lot. And Ashley just stopped by the gas station, so I got standing out there, just talked to him for a second. And like I said, I've never been the one to just really stop and talk to people, just walk up to somebody and approach them. But people have been very receptive, and it just means a lot. It really means a lot, so if you ever feel led to just talk to somebody, of course you got to be careful. Don't just walk up on people, but I mean, people want somebody to talk to. A lot of times people just need somebody to talk to. As guys, a lot of times we put on this hard outer shell, and that's because we have to protect. We protect our families. We protect ourselves. But once that guard is let down, once people understand that we're friendly, then we can let that wall down. And people want to talk. People need somebody to talk to. So just wanted to kind of encourage you guys to do the same. If you see somebody who looks like they might be having a bad day or whatever, just speak to them. I mean, just start there. Just start. Just speak to them. If they want to talk to them. Just take a little bit of time. I know we're always in a hurry, but let's just bring humanity back. There were many who supported me by buying my music, but there were some who actually just needed my help. But the one thing almost everybody I met had in common was that they were all glad to hear me out, see what I was doing, and wanted to simply encourage me to keep going. And I have to admit that for someone who's been producing for over 2 decades now, this experience kind of gave me a second win. The combination of love that I've been shown on this channel and the love I was shown on the road gave me a new sense of purpose. Because for someone who doesn't really care about the current status quo of what we call making it, I now had so many people who wanted to see me continue. People who were sort of cheering me on. But as I rode through some of these unfamiliar towns and cities, and as I took a closer look around, I saw something that really bothered me. Something I couldn't unsee. I saw more people without homes than I've ever seen. Sure, I've seen homelessness in the downtown areas of some big cities, but I had never seen homelessness on this level, even to the point where it's very visible in even small towns. But what could I do about it? I'm just one man. I'm not rich by any means. So I decided to help the people I could and just keep it moving. But that wasn't enough. time passed, I just couldn't shake it. I couldn't move past the desire to help people. I had always felt that desire, but this trip took it to another level. My heart truly wept for those in need. It started out as me simply wanting to go meet some people and promote my music. But I ended up giving and giving because there were just so many people who needed it. Now I hope you understand that I'm not telling you these things to pat myself on the back. As the story continues, I think you'll understand why I'm sharing this. Alright, music film. The craziest thing just happened. I was just talking to a lady. We ended up talking about Christ. I was telling her about the things that I want to do. Kind of just shared with her some of my goals, some of my dreams, some of my aspirations, some things that my wife and I want to do. And she mentioned to me that her cousin is a very well-known R&B artist from the 90s, 2000s. He was in the group. And she just kind of threw that out there. And it's kind of crazy. I got in my car just now. I'm headed home, by the way. I got in my car, and the next song that came on was that guy's group. And I told her a synth solo, one of my favorite synth solos, was actually in one of that guy's songs, a song that he sang lead on. And so I got in the car. That's the same song that was playing. The one with the synth solo. A solo that I learned a lot of my synth techniques from. So I just don't believe that there are any coincidences. I don't believe that anything happens by chance. I just wanted to share that with you. You know, I'm out here talking to people, and people are just showing a lot of love, and I'm hearing a lot of people's experiences. And you know, just found out that a young lady's mom has cancer. You know, people just share things with you when you're out talking. I was able to and I don't talk about the things I do for people, but I mean, I was able to just give her a few dollars to, she wanted to dye her hair pink, for her mom, breast cancer. So I was able to, give her a few dollars to buy some dye for her hair, not a lot, but I mean, people are supporting me and supporting the music and everything. And so I'm able to, literally give back, some of the things that, the money that I receive, I'm able to hand it over to some other people who are in need, so I thank God for that, So just want to share that with you guys, though. I mean, I'm just, elated. I'm meeting so many kind people, so many people who just need to talk, people who need might need a hug, need a handshake, need a prayer. And so I just want to encourage you all to maybe do the same, do something similar if you feel led. And you all know I don't like to get on camera and talk a whole lot. It's not really my comfort zone, but you know, I promised God that I would go where He leads me to go, so that's what I'm doing. You know. But yeah, just wanted to let you guys know about that, and back to the music, I guess. One cold night about 10 years ago, my wife and I were out and about. We stopped by a dollar store to grab a few things. As we were walking in, I saw a man sitting outside against the side of the building. He had a bag of his belongings, and he appeared to be homeless. I looked down at his feet and realized he wasn't wearing any shoes, just a pair of socks. I stopped and talked to him for a minute, and I couldn't believe how kind he was. As much as he could have asked me for food or money, he simply wanted to talk. He needed to talk. Yeah, I could clearly smell that he had been drinking, and he even offered me some of his drink. I didn't want to insult him, but I had to ask him if he needed some shoes. He said yes, and I asked what size he wore. It was a little bit late, and a lot of stores were closing, but my wife and I just went to a store and found him his size. Now these weren't expensive shoes, probably less than $20 for a pair of tennis shoes. But we found some insoles to make them a little bit more comfortable. We were so glad to drive back to that spot and find that he was still there, waiting for us. And he was so thankful for those shoes. Again, he was wearing no shoes before, just socks. He took those shoes out right then and put them on his feet. Now the logical part of us might sometimes look at someone and wonder what they did to be in that situation. Was it because he was an alcoholic and drank all his money away? Maybe so. But sometimes I think we should just take a chance on people. None of us are perfect, and circumstances could change any of our lives in an instant. Sometime later, maybe about a week, I saw that same brother walking along the highway, and as you might guess, he was still wearing those shoes. That was something that stuck with me for a long time. I pray that he's doing much better now, and I'm extremely grateful for the lesson that I learned from him. I'm also grateful that we were able to help him just a little. But that was just one man. There are so many more who need us. So as I continued my mini tour and met more and more people, I realized the pattern. There were those who supported me by purchasing my music, and then there were those who needed for me to help them. I quickly realized that there was a lot more work to do than I could do by myself. So I talked to my wife about it, and we decided to start a nonprofit. And because we would use our music to restore people's needs, we simply called the organization Music to Restore. We decided to put an event together soon to simply give away some shoes and blankets and to feed those in need. So we called my parents and they jumped all the way in with us. I'm not surprised though, because they're the ones who taught me a lot about charity work. Then we reached out to some more family members, and before we knew it, we had a whole team. We began to see all types of doors opening. We found a great sale on some throw blankets. Someone just gave us about 11 pairs of brand new men's boots. And I found another really good sale on women's shoes. No one could deny that these things were miraculous. So it was the night before the event. I went to buy the food that we planned to give out. I was a little bit disappointed because we ran low on funds and had to settle for applesauce cups instead of fresh apples. But everything worked out. I got to my hometown and we drove to the location where we planned to set up. But nothing could prepare me for the joy I felt when I saw so many of my family members come together to help people. Now, my dad had already gone to the area the day before and passed out some flyers to let people know we'd be there. He told me he'd come across some people who really needed help, But what really got to me was this one older gentleman who walked up to us with his feet wrapped up. He had some type of medical condition, and I could really see that he needed some shoes. We didn't have his size. My dad and I left the event for a little while and tried our best to find him a pair of shoes in that shopping plaza. But no one in that plaza had a size 14. And we did have to go back to the event. To this day, I regret not having at least one pair for him. But I'll definitely be ready next time. When my dad and I got back to the event, I saw that another one of my cousins had pulled up and she had a lot of food with her. I couldn't believe my eyes when we got back and I saw her putting an apple in each bag. No one had told her that I really wanted to give apples away. And of course, my mom couldn't stop herself from buying some things for the kids who came by. It was simply amazing to see how everything came together. We met so many good people. One man even walked across the parking lot and bought a whole shopping cart of bananas and onion rings for us to give away. Before that, he was a complete stranger, but he quickly became my brother. It was a day I'll never forget.
Well, we just ask you a blessing today.
But it was just the first of many. We plan to do at least one event every month, but there is so much more I feel compelled to do. I had honestly found myself losing a little motivation when it came to my music, but Music to Restore has given me a new sense of purpose for my music. And believe it or not, I have now found myself making a lot more music because I know the music is going towards helping people. And this is just the beginning. I'll soon have some opportunities for you all to get involved as well. I've been producing for a long time, and I've seen a lot of ups and downs. I've seen a lot of producers come and go, but I want you to stay in it for the long haul. You might not feel it today or even tomorrow, but if you continue to produce long enough, eventually you're going to look for the purpose that drives your music. And when you do, hopefully you'll remember this video, and at least you'll know where to start, when just making beats is no longer enough for you. music fam. That's all for now. But if you enjoyed this video, here's some other videos I think you'll like. And if you do enjoy this type of content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, you all be blessed.